Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining your virtual drinking buddy. So I'm out here thinking about getting the griddle going before the storms hit, but first I'm going to crack open one of these. Fairy Nectar Double Dry Hopped by Kros Strain Brewing. So I picked this up while we were out brewery hopping. My brother-in-law and I went out and hit a few spots and picked this up. I was pretty excited to try this. I've had Fairy Nectar plenty of times, very solid IPA, but this is their double dry hopped edition, so they got it listed as a hazy, and it looks like it was canned on 4/17/26. Today is 5/17/26, so it's about a month old, so it's still plenty fresh. And let's see, a double dry hop version of our flagship IPA. Classic combination of Citra and Mosaic hops makes this the ultimate juice bomb. Get ready to ride the waves of flavor with Fairy Nectar DDH, where the horizon is as hazy as your next sip. This weighs in at 6.2% ABV. So, interesting fact, the logo on the can, the skull and the butterfly wings, they actually have like a bar light that you can buy from them. Was $300. And while I'm an enthusiast of that sort of thing, I do not have $300 to spend. But I suppose if I was going to buy a beer light and spend $300 on it, you know, assuming that I had the $300 to spend on a light, that might be it. It's a pretty cool looking logo. Maybe kind of metal-esque. I'm sure there's some subgenre where skulls and butterfly wings is the perfect picture, the perfect logo, so yeah. Anyway, this is super hazy. I cannot see through it at all. It looks thick. I don't know that it's gonna be, but it looks the part. And yeah, soapy white head on it. Plenty of wind. I'm just going to let this one pass. Hopefully. It's making the camera move a little bit. I'm getting a little concerned. Alright. Damn it. So, I said in a couple of videos ago that allergies have really been kicking my ass this week, and apparently I'm not 100% on the sniffer. All I'm really smelling is a little bit of pine tar and a little bit of like pith. I think that's what they call it, the white part. I guess like what eventually becomes pulp in your orange juice. That's what it reminds me of. So that's all I'm picking up anyway. So I guess there's only one thing left to do. Cheers. Plenty of pine tar coming through. A little bit of a juice, a fruit juice sort of thing coming on. While it's not overly bitter, for me, the bitterness is what's the star of the show. It's what's coming through the most. And then the juiciness is, I can't quite put my finger on that. I mean, it's citric, but I don't think it leans towards any one citrus fruit. I apologize. There's probably about a half a dozen Harley owners in the area, plus the perpetual flow of diesel trucks driving by, and I know I have at least one neighbor that owns a Corvette that he's modified so that it's super loud. Trying to think, but yeah, plenty of loud vehicles here. While I don't necessarily discourage that. I would own that sort of thing if I had the time and money to invest in such a vehicle. It's like they know when I'm filming this shit, and they're like, oh, that douchebag's out on his deck again drinking beer and talking at the camera, so we are going to go drive by as loud as we can. And now I've forgotten where I was. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call this a juice bomb. But that being said, like, it kind of leaves your mouth feeling like you just had a drink of orange juice or something. But I'm not saying that it tastes like oranges. Just that it has that same sort of feeling of drinking juice. But there is the bitterness. There's the pithiness. And that's actually in the aftertaste. But yeah, as far as the juice bomb part of it, it's kind of a nondescript, like, citrus juice cocktail. It could very easily be a mix of pineapple, grapefruit, orange, those sort of things. I mean, that being said, it sounds like I'm bashing on this. But this is actually a very fine beer. I would totally drink this again. I've never seen this outside of the tap room, so I don't know that it's available anywhere else. Fairy Nectar is fairly widely available here. That's, no joke intended. Yeah, it is fairly available, Fairy Nectar, but okay, anyway, moving on. But yeah, so if you happen to come across this or you make it to the tap room, definitely give it a try. It's definitely worth a drink. If you like IPAs, yeah, this is definitely your sort of thing. But I don't think it's such a strong IPA flavor that if you're just looking to venture outside of your comfort zone, that it would turn you off. But I don't know. That's just me. That's a guy that's made a hobby out of trying every different kind of beer style that he can get his hands on. So maybe I'm the wrong guy to ask, but I don't think it's an overwhelmingly strong IPA flavor. I think it's fairly well done, balanced flavors and all that, not overly bitter. So yeah, I would definitely drink this again. And I appreciate you watching. And if you liked what you saw, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button below. And don't forget to tell your friends. And this is the Malted Gentleman reminding you, you only have one liver, so use it wisely.